Welcome to the neighborhood, Hapi Hood The Podcast, where we deliver meaningful content to grow your faith, well-being, and leadership skills. Hey neighbor, I'm your favorite neighbor, Jay Murray, lifestyle coach, inspiring others to develop self-worth through leadership applications that will enable them to live in purpose. Hapi Hood The Podcast.
Finish
Message.
what you started.
Welcome to the neighborhood, Happy Nation. Welcome to Hapi Hood The Podcast. I'm your favorite neighbor, Jay Murray, and today we got another wonderful conversation here in the neighborhood. I guess today, let me just say, he is a father, he's a husband, he is an entrepreneur, and he is a child of God. So this conversation is just gonna be hitting on all those particular areas. So I want to welcome to the neighborhood my dear brother, Mr. Brandon Burge. What's going on, B?
What's going on? What's going on, man? It's a pleasure to be here, brother.
Hey, it's a pleasure to have you. Pleasure to have you. I met this brother, and I had to give a shout out to Darren, Innovative Circle, to the group they have around entrepreneur accountability, and met this dude through one of those meetings, which is a wonderful meeting, in which we'll include a link in the podcast notes for those that's local in the Charlotte area, that's looking for a group of entrepreneurs that you can just kind of talk with, and share, some of your wins as well as some of your losses, and really just kind of bounce your ideas off each other. And I met this dear brother there, had a chance, saying to also work out with this dude. He worked, you know what I'm saying? As he's a fitness coach, and oh boy, let me tell you, you know what I'm saying? It was one of those things, like my age caught up with me, you know what I'm saying?
Working, you survived though. You survived. You survived.
So hey man, welcome to the podcast, man. Appreciate
you having me, man. Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate you coming in, man. How you been, man?
Man, blessed. Good. I feel good. Feel amazing, bro. I've been doing a lot of like inner work.
Okay.
So now that whatever it is that I'm doing now in life, I'm present. So right now, bro, I'm present. I'm excited. Feel good, look good. You know what I mean?
You feel good, you look good, you know what I'm saying? You perform good.
Exactly.
It's like, so when you think about, man, now that we're 5 months in the year, you know what I'm saying? Like family, like the year's almost like we halfway there. We halfway there. Was like beginning of the year was, being present. Was that like some of like your I guess things that you had as your vision for the year, or did you have anything like that?
Yeah, well, in the past, I struggled with being present because I was always thinking about the next thing, this and that, right? You know what I mean? So, but the biggest thing for this year was, transition.
You
know what I mean? Walking in that transition and obeying God for what he really wants me to do. You know what I'm saying? We talked about it earlier before we air live, was, just listening to what God wants you to do instead of your own flesh and blood and what you want to do. Because when you start to follow what you want to do, you get burnt out, you get frustrated. So this whole year, throughout these 5 months, I just been dealing with transition into something new and really obeying God, because in the past I wasn't. God gave me, I was in church about a year ago, and God really made it very clear of exactly what he wanted me to start doing. But for a whole 8 months, I was disobeying and I wasn't doing it because I was following what I was used to doing and what I wanted to do, and I got burnt out. I got frustrated. And all of that. So starting off in this year, I really started to walk in what God wanted me to do. And then it kind of cleared up for me.
It kind of cleared up. Hey, fam, I tell hey, you in for a good conversation here, man. I wanted to go back a little bit what you were saying, like the transition. If you can just maybe expound on that a little bit. Was there a particular moment or like what was the catalyst that kind of thought like, hey, I'm in a transitional period? There's things that I'm leaving you know what I'm saying, or I'm putting off, you know what I'm saying, that I need to pivot, you know what I'm saying, and go in this direction here.
Yeah. So, like you mentioned earlier, I do fitness training. And I've been entrepreneur by the grace of God for about 6 years full time now.
Oh man, come on, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah,
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Full time, bro.
Yeah.
And so for the majority of my career as a fitness trainer, I trained women.
Yeah,
a lot of women. But I know you called her my wife, but soon to be wife.
Okay.
Not yet. Soon to be wife.
All right, yeah. We'll speak that thing to existence, family.
Yeah, exactly. I trained a lot of women, but I had to transition into training men. Like God really called me to start mentoring men, training men, catering to men. But I was struggling with it for so long because I was so used to training women. And then it came second nature. It was easy and all of that.
Yeah.
So God so funny.
God
ended up like literally wiping out clean all my clients, all of them, like women just in general. And started to really put men into my life. And then I went to the event and met you. And it just God really just started to, because I started to obey him.
Yeah.
And so that was really the biggest transition in my life, where from like, all right, he started to force me.
Yeah.
He started to force me into the transition.
Yeah.
I didn't want it, but like I had to do it.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing for me.
Yeah. It was a part of what I'm hearing, like surrendering.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One thing you mentioned as far as like obeying. And like my word for this year, and which our family word is steadfast.
Okay.
And I had to pretty much, in which I'm still learning what that word means. When you think about, just look it up on Google, it's pretty much to be unwavering.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But the part that, again, going back to you saying obeying, and I'm wondering if you felt this as well, or if you resonate with this, is like God pretty much is saying like, can I trust you that you will trust me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, can I trust you that you gonna trust me? You know what I'm saying? And I had to really and God had to deal with me with that, because to your point, especially when you think about as an entrepreneur, even as a family man, you have certain aspirations, you have certain things that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Even as it may be something that is helping you to process past emotionals, you know what I'm saying, or certain things that you may have seen your mom and dad do, like, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be very, diligent about that. But the part where you talked about, far as I had to let go, you know what I'm saying, and let God just wipe everything out, and just, okay, you are the CEO of my business. You know what I'm saying? Like, how, like, was that the part of the obeying? Was it like releasing your control, so to speak, over the business and stuff, or over your life?
Yeah, it was basically just like you said, just surrendering to him.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times we struggle with that.
Yeah.
Because we have the doubt of like, dang, the unknown too. Of like, dang, like, what if this, what if that?
Yeah.
That goes back to having that faith, right? So I read a book called Crazy Faith from Michael Todd. I don't know if you heard of it. Where he talks about the strength and the courage, and really really being in that word, so you can understand God and what he's trying to do and the infrastructure that he wants to bring into your life. So I really started to read that book and dissect it, and then started to apply it. Because a lot of the times we can read the word, we can read these books, but we don't apply none of the information. So I started to really apply it. And once I started to apply that crazy faith, then God really started to open up doors that I couldn't even imagine. And then I started to really walk in it. So just surrendering. Surrendering.
Was there I would say this, and again, this is part of Hapi Hood, and when I'm thankful for the opportunities to do this and to be very transparent, because I grew up in the church. My mom and dad was pastor.
Okay.
But it wasn't until I got older that I realized I had a relationship with God on my own. And what I thought, for what I had in my mind, or my thoughts about God, was so like this, until I started really walking with God, and it just started to expand.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the part of surrendering is that it's almost where you have to, I want to use the word have to, I'm just saying from my experience, I had to let God in some areas that I didn't know that I cut off from God, that I hid from God, where God, like, no, I need all of that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is, like, I needed to say, God, I'm scared.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I needed to bring my insecurities to God. You know what I'm saying? Because with me and like praying, like sometimes I'll pray just off my, I want you to do this, I want you to do that.
Right. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But sure. God, like, bro, bring your dirt here too.
Everything, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bring your dirt here. Was that, like, when you think about like surrendering, like what was that to you? You know?
Yeah. Really just being vulnerable.
Yeah.
And transparent and honest with him.
Yeah.
And just everything in general. There's power in vulnerability.
Yeah.
But as men, we don't realize that. And I started to really, once I realized that, and I used it as like a superpower. Then, because God was like, all right, now you're open, now you're transparent, now you are sharing your insecurities and being vulnerable with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and patch that up. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you through it all. And he really did. And then it started to really take off.
It's amazing, family, when we can like bring ourselves to God. You know, there's a verse that you know, we can, like, it says something to a point where we can go boldly to the to the throne of God. You know what I'm saying? Where we can find grace and mercy. And I'm kind of paraphrasing. That boldness is, to your point, the vulnerability. Like, when I first came to the realization and was kind of in that point of surrender where I can come to God and say, God, I'm frustrated. God, I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I you know what I'm saying? I want to do this, but I'm lost right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
And not hide that. You know what I'm saying? Not hide that from God, to where, like, yo, I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm frustrated.
That's a part of that surrendering. Surrendering to him and being open and transparent and vulnerable. Because I've been there several times where I just didn't know what to do. And I was trying to figure it out on my own, but it just flat out was not working. So it's so important for us to have that relationship and build and work on it. It's like how we work on our business. We got to work on the relationship with God. Because he that's the answer. You know what I mean? That's the answer. And that's what's going to help us get to wherever we're trying to go.
True indeed. And I didn't realize, not realize, but like, I saw on someone's post, like they said, God is the CEO of my business. That didn't resonate with me until this year.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same.
To your point, where when I was able to let go, God was able to bring people to me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have to, you know, put where I felt in the past, like, my so much effort into it. Now, again, you still have to work. You know what I'm saying? When God brings seeds to you, or when God is blessing you,
100%.
but like the like, it didn't become like overly bearing.
This right here, this relationship right here, for example, is that, you know, just really devoting to God. And like, I never would have met you if I was still following my flesh. I feel I never even would have went to that event. And none of that. But like, really walking in and devoting your life to him and being open and transparent and vulnerable to him, he will put you in the right rooms where you meet the right people.
Yeah, man.
Things start to fall in line, bro. Things start to fall in line. That's how I go.
Yeah.
That's how I go.
Was you like, I'm curious to know, like what was you always, I want to say, like, I want to put this, because people say I got saved when I was young, but like you didn't really start walking with God, you know what I'm saying, and really being committed and really being devoted.
Oh yeah, I got baptized last year for the first time.
First time, wow. Okay. How was that, bro?
Bro, man, when spiritual warfare is a real thing.
Yeah.
I heard about it, but I didn't know, and I never experienced it until then.
Yeah.
As soon as I got baptized, when you get baptized, you think like, oh, everything gonna be good. I'm getting closer to God.
Yeah, bro.
When I tell you the devil started working so hard,
yeah, bro,
he started working overtime.
Yeah, bro.
You know, so I really started to experience spiritual warfare.
Yeah,
that's when you got to have the right people around you, the right environments, groups, communities,
man,
to get through that spiritual warfare. It's real.
That's
real out there.
That's the part, man, because I got baptized about 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you experience the spiritual warfare?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, because even before then,
okay,
you know what I'm saying? But even like to your point of afterwards of when I am, how can I put this? Like when you give yourself and you demonstrate, you know what I'm saying, that love for God and for Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? When you demonstrate that type of affection, you know what I'm saying? It was definitely like things were coming at me. And I would say, I feel like part of it was still I was still going through a moment of God breaking.
It's a part of the process.
It's a part of the process. Yeah. Breaking things down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like these internal battles that I had,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And that time still come up. I had to go back to those dark places. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you just put them aside. You didn't really acknowledge them, embrace them. You didn't really like work through it.
Yeah.
That's where that therapy and all of that stuff comes in. Right.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. God had to break some chains for me too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because my flesh started trying to take over all that different type of stuff. So I really had to take the time to really like acknowledge, embrace. So self-awareness is a very important thing that you got to have as well.
Totally.
You like
totally
really like, because sometimes people may not even, you know, acknowledge or embrace the fact that you got a couple problems that you need to really address. You know, you don't think your own stuff stink.
Nah, your instinct, your instinct.
Yeah, and you gotta acknowledge that and be honest.
What was, and I'll share my thoughts, but I love to kind of hear your thoughts. Like, what was some of the things that helped you battle through that spiritual warfare? You know what I'm saying? Like what was like, and what I mean, like, was there any practical things that you implemented, you know what I'm saying, with your walk with God?
Yeah, mentors and just people who's really about the God life and just in the word, and like people who got their head on straight, like talking to the right people, the right sources. You don't want to talk to just anybody, but the right people. That was the biggest thing for me. It's like, yo, am I tripping? Okay, let me call somebody so I can talk through this stuff. Therapy as well really helped me out, and also my girl as well. You know, she mainly hold me accountable. She held me accountable with a lot of things. So which that accountability allowed me to go to someone, the right source, to be like, hey, like, you know, walk me through this. How can I get through this? You know, what's the right things to do? So having that community, mentors, you know, therapy, you know, and if you are married or you do have a partner, a girl, or engaged, like, you know, make sure, you know, that it's very important, because you're living, the majority of your life is with your partner. So you doing everything. Y'all living in the same house, so she sees everything.
She sees
everything.
You know what I'm saying? And he sees everything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So, those are the biggest practical things that you can really apply to your life to really get through that spiritual warfare. Because if you do, it's not meant for you to do it alone by yourself. That's the last thing you
man. Yeah.
Don't try to deal with the spiritual warfare alone, because it's gonna win every time. You gotta have some right people around you.
Yeah. The devil, that's the thing about like the isolation with people. Like sometimes we may not realize, like, if the devil can get you isolated, and I'm kind of using an analogy, like you think about like a lion, you know what I'm saying, or a as a lioness, as they go out and hunt, when they're hunting, their main goal, like if it's a one of those water buffaloes, is to isolate them from the herd. You know what I'm saying? Because if I can isolate them from the herd, then I can prey on. You know what I'm saying? I can pounce on them. And when you think about the isolation part of our walk, that means, to your point, the community part is so powerful, man. Being around like-minded individuals, especially individuals that's going to hold you accountable.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's going to hold you accountable, as well as pour into you, And I would say for me, one added thing on that, on top of the community, was the boundaries.
That
I had to put up.
Yeah.
I had to put up some boundaries, because, there was moments in my life, like there was one stronghold for me was pornography. And it was points during my periods of it where I just pretty much like said, I got the can't help it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can't, this is my thing. And didn't realize at the time that I use it as a form of medicating. You know what I'm saying? Because I went to it when I was stressed. You know what I'm saying? And during this time, not during this time, but as I had moments of reflecting, really like going to God when I felt stressed. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like, it's not that this thing is you're strong, it's the way that you worship it. You know what I'm saying? It's the way that you go to this thing, and this thing becomes your idol. You know what I'm saying? When you feel those emotions, when you feel those things, come to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, man, I can come to you frustrated. I can come to you with, like, man, these thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And God's like, yeah. And when I started doing it, God was like, hey, you human. Oh, yeah, I am.
Yeah, right.
That's your flesh. Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So we getting deep. Okay, we being transparent.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And that was one of the biggest transitions. That was one of the reasons why God was telling me to transition to men.
Yeah.
Get away from the women. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I transparently, I was training a lot of beautiful women. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
And at the beginning of my career with fitness training, I always told myself, hey, never ever with your clients, mess with your clients, period. Because your reputation is everything.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And I never did, and stuff like that, all the way up until I met my girl. She came to train with me.
Okay.
And that's how I met her. I helped her lose 50 pounds, amazing transformation, amazing woman, and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah. And then she started to become my assistant. We did business together, and we just grew. It was just a genuine connection with her.
Yeah, y'all was molding each other. Man.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, bro.
It was different. It was different for sure.
Yeah.
But I think after that, I started to that was my problem, was just lusting and just that my flesh taking over with women.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah.
So God was like, bro, I gotta break this chain. I gotta break this. And the only way that I'm able to break it is if you get away from them. You can't be training them and talking to them and having that connection with them, because women will open up to you because you're their trainer. You know what I mean? So I had to. That's one of the biggest reasons why God was like, bro, obey me.
That was a boundary.
Yeah. Going back to the boundary. I had to make that boundary, and it was hard.
Yeah.
But once I did it, then it was up from there.
Yeah.
You know
That's the part, man, where I think, like God gives us power to overcome these things, right? And the part where, to your point, where once I was able to come to God, like in those areas where God, I'm weak in this area. I'm weak because what I put as, well, I'm not cheating on my wife. You know what I'm saying? But in actuality, you actually are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was my case until and God was like, you need to come to me, come to me with that.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I need you to set boundaries. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So there was moments where I don't go on Instagram.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? I had to unfollow some people because of their content.
Bro, you gotta hit the button.
You gotta hit the unfollow button.
If you married, you got a girl partner, bro. Just hit the button, bro.
Just hit the button.
There's no reason why you following her.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no reason.
Exactly. And even like to not now, like when you think about like other gender, but other people, other men that just like the content that they were sharing, they were posting like, bro, that you ain't helping me with, like, you making this work.
Just a distraction.
You just you are a distraction. So let me go ahead and unfollow you.
Set that boundary.
You got to set that boundary, because that's where, like, especially, and I'm speaking to those, and again, this may not I'm not saying that this will be for everybody, but I believe if you are dealing with things that have been a stronghold in your life, yes, I believe God can heal you immediately. However, I also believe that at times that healing becomes a process. You know what I'm saying? And throughout that healing, it's like God is getting to the core. You know what I'm saying? Getting to the core of like, why do you feel this way? Well, I'm stressed out. Why are you stressed out? I'm doing things in my own strength. Why don't you bring that to me? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was these things that God just kept pulling back, pulling back. Like, bro, you at time, you just run. You know what I'm saying? Or you ain't patient enough just to wait until I tell you to move.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I really honestly feel that there's some people out there that's struggling with the obeying God thing right now.
Yeah.
Specifically with women, because women was my weakness. Like, you know, all of the relationships. Even though I'm young, okay, I'm 25. I'm young, but I've been through some things. Okay, you know, all of my girlfriends and stuff like that in the past, I've always found a way to cheat on with women, talking to multiple women. But I'm here to let you know at 25 with the almost two, he's 22 months, year old son, that's not the way. You know, you don't get cool points because you have multiple women. I'm telling you, I'm telling you right now from experience, God had to allow me to go through some things and experience some real hardship things to show me and teach me that, bro, it is not cool and it's not okay to be cheating on these women and messing with these women. Because at the end of the day, you got to remember that this is somebody's little girl.
Yeah, someone's daughter.
This is God's daughter too.
Yeah.
So you can't be, you know, the way that you messing with God's daughters is the way that he's gonna mess with you and deal with you. So you gotta really take that into consideration and understand that the real level up, the real men is being loyal to one woman, being faithful. And you know what I mean? Like that's the real flex. I took some time, but now I'm really walking in it. So now I'm able to really let the men know. Even if you're young, old, it don't matter. Like be loyal to your woman.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. That's that integrity piece, man. You know what I'm saying? That's that integrity piece where, to your point, like once you and again, once you're able to bring those things to God, God will equip you.
Yeah,
He will strengthen you to manage this stuff.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? To manage this stuff. Now we talked a little bit about, you know, the entrepreneurship.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm curious, as we talked about faith, like how has faith played a part in your entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it played a big, tremendous major part of the entrepreneur, because like we talked about earlier, the experience is one of the biggest teachers when it comes to entrepreneurship. But like a lot of the things that I started to do or implement in my business as an entrepreneur, I just had to try it in faith. Like, all right, we're gonna see how it is go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like to consider myself a visionary. You know, I studied 50 of the highest performing people in the world, like athletes, CEOs, or entrepreneurs, and they all had one thing in common. You know, when you perform at a high level, you have a habit of visualization, where you're visualizing, you're the feeling, the experience, the environment of something that you visualize before it even happens, as opposed to the mental rehearsal is what they call it, of like, okay, this is what I'm visualizing already, and this is how it's gonna go. This is what we need to do, right? So the preparation of how we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
So that really helped me walk into, having that faith. It's the preparation in the faith, right? Like you got to have work with the faith, because faith without work is dead. So you got to really have the preparation in the work, and behind that faith. So that's what really helped me be able to like really walk into everything else, like creating the fitness app that I have online, being able to do that and start to implement AI, all these different things and variables in it, building out a program specifically catered to men. I didn't know how that was gonna look at all, because I didn't have to do that. But being able to have that work and that visualization, I was able to start to implement it and apply it.
What because you now six years, right? You
full-time entrepreneurship.
Okay.
6 years.
What has been what would you say has been maybe one of your greatest lessons that you learned thus far, or within these six years?
6 years. Yeah, I believe that you have to really be able to adapt and adjust accordingly. Like you have to be able to make adjustments. And going back to just transition, you have to be able to do that in entrepreneurship, because sometimes the vision, sometimes what your idea of what you thought was going to work may not work. So you got to try something else. You got to be able to do that on the fly. It's entrepreneurship. That's the one thing. And the other thing is investing in coaches and mentors, people who are already people who are already where you want to be. You know what I mean? For the first maybe 2-3 years of fitness training, I had started to get burnt out. I was okay. Able to pay my bills and stuff like that, right? But like I knew that it was more. So I had to start to find fitness trainers and coaches that was already where I wanted to be. So I the secret is I just paid them to help me with, give me the courses and the mentorship and the one-on-one coaching. And that's really when I started to take off.
For them.
Take off online, all of that different type of stuff. It really started to find my tribe. So that's the biggest thing.
I mean, that's definitely key, man. Like I like the part of the visual, visualizing, where you want to be
before it even happens.
Before it happened, and then going back, not only going back, but like visualizing it, but then also reaching out to those that's there where you want to be, and making sure that you're taking in all those jewels, what I'm saying, they're having, and applying it to your journey now. Something that you said that I wanted to kind of go back, and that was, I'm gonna kind of summarize it as pivoting.
Okay.
Making these adjustments and adapting to things. What would you say, when I think about it, we can look at it, where it maybe be the metrics, what I'm saying, key performance indicators. We saying, hey, we're not performing at a certain level. let me pivot here. You know what I'm saying? Or it may be just we keep hitting our head on this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's not we can't quantify it, but just the qualitative part of it just doesn't feel right. As you think about your ability or the ways that you have adapt, what has been some of those signals that you see that you say, you know what, we need to pivot. I need to adjust from this. I need to adapt, or I need to go through adaptation, you know what I'm saying, period.
Yeah, some certain times, transitioning from in person to online. I still train in person because of just the love for it.
Yeah.
But now I'm in the position now where I can kind of handpick who I train in person because the majority of my clients are online.
Yeah.
So for all of the fitness trainers out there who really want to make a great living and impact more people, it's important for you to pivot online. You can still train in person, always train, like if that's what you really want to do.
Yeah.
But transitioning to online changed my life and really helped, improve the business just in general.
Yeah.
I realized that as I was getting burnt out at training all day, being in the gym all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So your capacity was thin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you haven't felt burnt out yet as a fitness trainer, you will. Trust me. Trust me, bro. Trust me. So transition to online, 100%. And if you are training in person, you do want to make sure that you have your ideal clients because that will help you as well.
Yeah.
Because, when you sitting there training people that you really don't like that, you're definitely going to get burnt out even faster. I promise you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I promise you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had to realize I learned that fast. Is really get yourself in the position to be able to handpick and pick and choose and train your ideal clients, not just anybody. I see a lot of trainers out there right now that I coach. Like you're just training anybody right now, and eventually you're going to get burnt out.
Yeah.
So that's it's a real disaster waiting to happen. So make sure you train your ideal clients. Get a good quality clients. You rather when in this situation, you rather have quality over quantity. I promise you. And then as you're doing that, transition to online for sure. Life changing.
Yeah. That the quality over quantity. You know what I'm saying? That's a balance of itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes the quantity part where we just need to get at bats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? More of like experimentation. We may be doing some rapid iteration, rapid experimentation. It's the quantity. But then the part you point at is when we lose the efficiency and the effectiveness, we got to go back to the quality piece.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got to go back to the quality piece. Hey man, I'm burnt out.
Yeah.
I'm not that effective.
Yeah, because it takes away from like the love and the passion for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you're dealing with all this nonsense. I promise you. You start dealing with some nonsense that you shouldn't have to deal with as a trainer. You start wanting it more than they do, and all of that different type of stuff. So you want to avoid that.
That's before we go. I want to go back to that.
Okay. Talk about it.
I want to go back to that, like the motivational piece. But talk to us a little bit about your business.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like the name of it.
Okay.
What you offer.
Absolutely.
Things like that.
For sure, man. So my brand is More Life.
Okay.
So More Life Fitness is the name of it, and the reason why it's called More Life. Transparently, I almost lost my life on my 18th birthday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
In high school, I was kind of I played ball, but I was kind of still in the fast life as well. Selling, doing all different types, throwing parties, all that different type of stuff. So on my 18th birthday, man, we was at a house party. Kind of wrong place, wrong time. My car ended up getting shot up. Yeah. 30 seconds after I hopped out the car. 30 seconds, literally. I was right by the car.
Wow.
And bullet hole went straight through my headrest. My side. So if I was still in the car 30 seconds more, I would have died on my 18th birthday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So maybe a day or two after that, man, I was really just laying in bed. Just like, dang, bro, if I don't change this, I'm going to end up dead or in jail. So God really helped me come up with the vision of more life.
Yeah.
Like, thank you, God, for more life. Live the day like there's no tomorrow, because tomorrow isn't promised.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the quote of my business. That's the whole narrative of my business. More life. Give yourself more life with health and wellness. Take care of the temple that God bless you with. Like that gives you more life. So that's the whole brand. That's the whole meaning behind it.
Yeah.
But what we offer is, now we're in the position to being able to help fathers and just men in general become the best version of yourself with natural detoxing, fasting, cleansing. A lot of men are dealing with that dad bod.
You know what I'm saying? That gut. You know what I'm saying? That gut.
You know them chicken wings.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, we gotta put down the chicken wings, man. Come on.
I'm not even saying that, but just, make sure you modify, make sure you eat in moderation.
Yeah.
And make sure that you're detoxing and fasting. And a lot of men don't realize, and getting frustrated of why they can't get rid of the belly fat. And the thing is, you may have something called a leaky gut, or you're dealing with inflammation or insulin resistance, which is stored up fat and sugar inside of your liver that you can't just work out. So a lot of men get real frustrated because they go work out a lot, but the belly's not going nowhere. They may drop a few pounds, but this is not going nowhere. The gut. In order to get rid of this, you have to do the proper cleansing and detoxing consistently.
Yeah.
With a structured strength and resistance training behind that. Intermittent fasting works, right? But you got to do it correctly. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of different variables that come into play. And that's what we teach people, is how to, that's what my Dad by Detox program teaches men how to properly fast, detox, cleanse, strength and resistance, how to train, how to work out. First, we start off with just, at the beginning of the program, we start off with just body weight and calisthenic and just getting stronger. You know what I mean? Get your body stronger. And then we start to incorporate a lot of ways to strength and resistance. But the whole way through the whole program, we're going to show you exactly how to cleanse, detox, fast naturally. So you can slim down and we can get rid of that fat so you can start to see them abs again.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people haven't seen their abs since high school.
Shoot, that abs and other stuff below the waist.
You know what I'm
saying? You know, so we're gonna be real.
We're gonna help you. We're gonna help you. That's what we do. We help men and fathers just get back to their best self. So they can perform better in every aspect of life.
Every aspect of life, man.
And you gotta and to be honest with you, bro, you gotta make sure that you're feeding yourself real food too.
Simple ingredients.
I mean? Like, if you feed your mind right, then you'll think a lot better. You'll perform a lot better as well. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Like, your gut is connected to your brain. You know what I mean? And if you eat things that mess up your gut, it messes with your brain too. So, like, you may be performing well. I can hear a lot of men that's probably, performing high. Taking care of their family, doing everything they need to do. But I'm telling you, there's a whole nother level that you can tap into when you're healthy.
No, that's the golden rule.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you sit back and think, like, especially that part there, man, when God had to show me, man, what helped me was going through my transformation.
Okay.
And show me that I was going through, at times, stressful eating.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We've all been there. Yeah.
And again, and sometimes, man, food can become our idol.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? And it was basically, once I was able to go through a cleanse, because I was a vegan. I did vegan for like almost 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
And what that really helped, when I say vegan, like raw vegetables, you know what I'm saying? Vegetables, fruit, you know what I'm saying? I had limited process of vegan stuff, you know what I'm saying? And that right there was such a cleanse of my body, because I gave my body a moment just to You know what I'm saying?
Even
Recharge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even in the Bible, it does say when you eat from God's garden, when you eat from God created things, you can eat in abundance.
Yeah.
So when you are eating natural things that come from the earth, you can eat that all day.
Yeah.
And not get sick and not feel bad or bloated, anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, and it can help detox and cleanse your body.
And the thing about it, we at times we focus on, like we say, health and wellness, and at times we can go after things like the health part. Yeah, man. But that wellness part, to your point, what you said, like our gut connected to our brain. So we wonder why we was having these emotionals ups and downs. We ate that chicken. You know what I'm saying? We wonder why we was feeling like, anxious and having, battling through anxiety.
You arguing with your wife.
Yeah, you know what I'm
little do you
saying?
know it was that chicken you ate.
Yeah,
Bro.
it was this certain, like, what you put in your body. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you put in your body, man? So I think that's definitely key, man. So when you think about like the eating healthy and the wellness piece, and as you have said, working with men around, you know what I'm saying, losing fat and losing the stomach and doing it in the correct way. Something you said I wanted to circle back is, you said something that you felt kind of led to you being burnt out, was like motivating people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like what I'm hearing is like, I want it more than you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In this field here, I understand you deal with a lot with motivating people. What do you like? What is you feel when it comes to motivation? Like why is that so hard for people? And like, how do people get over that hump of, you know what I'm saying, that motivation hump?
Man, I'm glad you asked. Great question. Motivation comes and goes.
Yeah.
There has to be way deeper than motivation. There has to be a why around what you're doing.
Yeah.
A why behind it. That's what's going to give you that motive when you don't feel like eating correctly, when you don't feel like going to the gym and working out. It's that why. Why are you doing it? My biggest transformations came from people who had a reason why they doing it. It was for their kids. It was for their family.
Yeah.
It was, some of them be from divorce, all these different type of things. But they had a why, and it was really getting to it. And you gotta get the notion of like a certain time frame. It's cool to have 30-day challenges, 20 days, stuff like that. We even have those on our programs. But it has to be way deeper than just those specific amount of days and you doing it for that vacation. You have to turn it into a lifestyle.
Again.
Yeah, it has to.
It has to be a lifestyle.
It has to be a lifestyle. Keyword life for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Once you transition into that mindset and approach to fitness, then you start to really like be, cognitive and cautious with what you put in your body and working out. You start to realize when fitness and health and wellness is a lifestyle, when you don't feel right when you don't work out, right? Or the fast food, the processed food is making you feel sick. Like those type of things start to show you that, all right, this is okay. It's starting to be a lifestyle now, right? And you have to really like unlearn and learn something new with your palate as well, with the food, right? And I'll tell you something that everybody can do now is do a 5 to 7 day detox fast, straight fruits, vegetables, and water. 5 to 7 days. Anybody can do it. And if you're trying to build muscle while you're doing this and losing weight, you can add protein powder. That's an exception. I just did it about a month ago. And as I was doing it, I still gained 10 pounds of muscle. So you can still build muscle and lose weight. But the biggest thing, man, you gotta transition from just temporary change to permanent. If you stick to that temporary, like, all right, I'm gonna do this little 30-day, 90-day, so I can go on vacation. Look straight.
Let's straight on a vacation.
Yeah.
And then come back.
Hey, it's statistics out there where it's scientifically proven where 95% of people who lose weight gain it right back.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
95%.
Oh yeah,
and that's real. And I realized it because it was a lot of clients start coming back after the vacation and gain all the weight back that we worked so hard for. But I'll tell you this is the last thing is, man, look, you put that amount of weight on from the 5 to 10 years of you not eating right, not working out. At least give yourself that same amount of time that it took for you to gain it to lose it. So if it took you 5-10 years to gain that weight, give yourself 5-10 years to lose all of it efficiently in the right way. Because when you lose it too fast, it can be unhealthy and it may cause you to gain it right back.
Boy, that was say efficiently.
Yeah.
So you mean tell me I can't do no 60 days, 75 days?
Yeah. The 75 hard and all that. Yeah. It's still good for you because it creates a better like habit and good thing.
What I'm saying, like the lifestyle.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Mindset.
It's that mindset. So it's that's the part where like the shortcuts. You know what I'm saying? Like we live in a world of, you know, everyone, I won't say everyone, but we look for things such as the life hacks, the business hacks, you know what I'm saying, the health hack, you know what I'm saying, what's going to help me to get to where I want to go in the shortest amount of time. However, the thing about it, to your point of around the motivation and discipline, understanding your why, is you lose out on these very valuable lessons that was going to help you to keep going. That's going to give you the building blocks. That's going to give you the motivation, determination, the persistence. These characters, you know what I'm saying? These character building traits that's going to help to propel you to where you want to go, man. Sure. So I love what you said. Hey, if it took you 5 to 10 years to get those pounds on, baby girl, baby boy, it's gonna take you 5 to 10 years to get it all out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And the same with your business as well, bro.
If
you're not willing to put 5-10 years in your business, don't do it. Because it's a process. It's some things that you gotta go through to like really instill in you and really make you who you are. You know what I mean? To really sustain it. You know what I mean?
That's sustainability.
Bro, because when you do take the shortcut, bro, you may get it quicker, but at the same time, are you gonna be able to keep it?
You know what I mean? You can be able to keep it.
You're not gonna be able to keep it because you ain't gonna be able to keep it. You ain't been through what I've been through. You gotta go through it.
And that's the part there, man, around like with my word steadfast, is to be steady in this race. And to like the fast part is to abstain, you know, saying from things, to have that unwavering, firm position in what I'm doing with the understanding that I have to make sure, and as you said, that I'm sustaining. It's a part of that sustainability that I'm building. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. As men, I think we gotta really find a way, and you have to be able to embrace the hardships of just life in general, and embrace it, and know that this is a part of being a man. This is God built us and made us a certain way to be able to go through and get through those certain things in life, and that as we get older, that makes us who we are. You know what I mean? Like our family depending on us to fight them battles. You know what I mean? And overcome them. You know what I mean?
That makes us who we are. But as I thought about it, and what God has been dealing with me over a year, is this is how you manage the calling that God has put on you.
Amen. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is how you manage it. And so many times we want to like, are you walking your calling? Okay, yeah, you walk, but can you manage that calling?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Can you manage it? Can you build it? Can you sustain it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the part where God, you know, over these years had to deal with me. When you don't see the results that you want, are you still gonna stay with it? Are you when you feel like you should be ahead, are you still gonna be patient and wait? Going back to what you're saying, obeying, are you gonna wait to say you're not gonna move until God say move? That part there. That part there.
Yeah.
Boy, that's some things right there that even tough. Right now.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah.
Even it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. It's real
tough right there. Like I need you to just stay.
Stay right there. Yeah.
As you need to stay right there. Don't move until I say move.
Mm-hmm.
Until I say, you, oh God, look at everybody else. Yeah. I feel it right now. You know what I'm saying? And then I even had moments. I done prayed to God, and I put, and it's almost where I put words in God's mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because this is why I want God to tell me, oh, it's okay to move. No. And it's been most God to come back. I didn't say that. That's what you wanted to hear.
Yeah.
That's what you wanted to hear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, this has been awesome right here. It's been awesome. Like, let us know, man, how people can get in contact with you. Like social media handles, your website, how people can get in contact with you.
Yeah, it is at Built by Burge on all platforms. That's Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. At Built by Burge.
Yeah.
Give me a follow. I'm sure that it'll be in the description.
Yeah, we'll put that all in the description, man.
Look, you can book a free consultation with me.
Yeah.
And we can come up with a game plan to help you lose weight, build muscle, all of your health and wellness, goals that you have and your desires. We can help you do it. Just book a free consultation.
Yeah.
And we just started a community, a More Life Fitness community around the information where we're starting to go live at 8:30 p.m. every Sunday to talk about the information that I'm giving you.
Yeah.
So that way you can really ask.
Let's make we have that in the description. We have that in the description.
All questions or concerns as far as what you need to be doing during the week. Answer. I mean, we'll answer all of them so that way you can really start to apply it and change your life.
Yeah, man. Hey, dude, Brandon, I want to thank you for coming, man, and really just sharing your thoughts, sharing your being vulnerable with us, what God is doing in your life. And even as you spoke, man, to those young fellas, in which we all been young, you know what I'm saying? I was a dude before I got married. So the part where you talk about being loyal, having that level of integrity, you know what I'm saying? That's key. You know what I'm saying?
It was crazy. It's even grown men still doing the thing.
Childish.
Yeah, cheating on their wife.
Yeah.
So I had some clients. I ain't gonna name no names.
Don't look at the camera, P. Don't look
you know what I'm talking to. But it's safe for me. I ain't gonna, we talked about it.
Yeah.
But just men in general, our flesh can take over because we naturally are hunters. We naturally even when you get married, I'm sure you know, bro, your eyes still work.
Come on now. Your eyes still work. And to your point, as far as that isolation, the devil knows. You know what I'm saying? He gonna send some things in your way, some temptation. And that's the part of like, yo, can I stay firm?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Understand this and manage what God gave me. Because the first thing that I had to realize, my first business was my family.
That's big.
That's my first business right there.
Yeah,
is managing, being the CEO, the head of my household.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Heavy,
So I had to like, hold up now. You know what I'm saying? But it took, don't get me wrong, I didn't think about that day one.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I didn't think about day one. It was basically like God helping me and me coming to God's like, man, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep having these thoughts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I'm like, okay, here's what we want to do. Here's boom, boom, boom. Understand my identity in God.
Yeah. Sure.
You know what I'm saying? That helped me and strengthened me to like, you know what? Hey, I am the man in this household.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I follow Jesus.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like God is ahead of my household. You know, okay, here's what we're going to do. You start having that, you start looking at it differently, and God starts strengthening me in that way. And once I start understanding, oh, this is my business, let me make sure I take time to pray over my family. Let me make sure I spend time praying with my wife.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you right now, if you want a deeper intimacy with your spouse, you start praying with them. You start praying with them, and I'm telling you, that's just going to make that intimacy even more deeper.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be on and popping in the room.
Because you're not only on a mental wave linked together. You know what I'm saying? Connecting mentally, physically, but now you're on that spiritual.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's the whole thing, man. So I want to thank you for coming. Thank you for providing your thoughts, family. Again, thank you for being here in the neighborhood. Know that you were created to be great.
Yeah.
But no matter what life may bring you, do be 3 things: love God, love yourself, love your neighbor. I'm your favorite neighbor, Jay Murray. Till next time, be blessed.